Meanwhile, after Ryan's and Leo's and Logan's death, Tony and Ruby was doing the laundry as usual because that's what girls do when they're older. And Tony, he was playing tackle each other for the ball outside by himself, of course. And then Tony has a little think. He thinks about Ryan's death, Leo's and Logan's. He doesn't think Ruby's the right woman. So what does he do? No, he doesn't dump her ass. He starts a war. After that, meanwhile, Leo and Charlie, they have an idea. We'll get to Leo later on how he is alive. After that, they have to get the secret McDonald's recipe to completely Tony's and Ruby's journey. Yes, this is in the future. They sneak into the McDonald's back door. They see a worker Sugi slide under the desk. They see an open vent, so Charlie gives Leo a boost and Charlie helps him in. They both crawl through the vents, and then Leo's ass is so big that it crushes the vents and they fall through, both of them. Then they see the McDonald's burglar. Uh-oh. Then Tony goes to the house and says, "Boy!" He throws Ruby and realizes Ruby has way more power, but he has to try, right? Leo and Charlie both get up. They see the burglar. The burglar attacks Charlie, and then Leo grabs the burglar and throws him off and chokes him. But that's not enough. Right before Leo's about to kill him, the McDonald's Happy Man comes and tackles Charlie again. He stops choking the guy to tackle the clown, and then Charlie tackles the burglar. He rips the fake nose off him, and then Charlie rips the mask, and then who is it? Ruby rushes at Tony, bashes him through the window, and grabs Tony by the neck and throws him everywhere. Then Tony uses his only power. All them coins he grounded on Plants vs Zombies. It was the only way. He grabs all the coins and throws it at Ruby, and he gets all the pea shooters that he spent God knows how long collecting. He throws them all at Ruby. Charlie looks in horror as it's Tony the big nose he looks into. Charlie could not kill Tony. Then Leo grabs a knife and finishes him. Leo reassures Charlie that they need to get the McDonald's recipe. But then Tony awakens. Tony immediately fights Ruby in the house. What happened exactly? Well, let's just say Leo didn't die because he faked his own death, and then this is also a different timeline, so Tony escaped and found a new life with Ruby pretty much. Well, here's the entire Leo's and Charlie's story, and then I'll give you Tony's and Ruby's story, and then it'll all match up, trust me. Then, so, Leo and Charlie bash through the door, and then they see Nathan the nose picker. After that, Tony runs, and then Ruby's mole poisons the car, so he has no escape. He sees the ball. He combines them together to make balls and throws them at Ruby's face. He runs away, tumbling down the hill and saying, "Oh my God!" And then he gets up and runs. Leo and Charlie, they get tackled by the man. And then Leo just kills him with a knife. Let's just not go over that. And then they see the secret recipe. They need chips, mayonnaise, Nathan's red onion salted chips. They needed Nathan the Smackhead's head in there, which was probably going to be hard to get. They needed some of Logan's Sea Shanty song in there. they needed, and then they needed this. They needed cappuccino sauce. Charlie was shocked as he was allergic to cappuccino sauce. They grabbed the recipe and run out to McDonald's the same way, alerting everyone. They see a hill, so they run towards it and see a house on top of it. Then they see Tony, the murderous big mole killer. They help him up as they both go. They run and run and run. Then Ruby tackles them all. It's Tony, Charlie and Leo against Davison. Then Ruby turns into this big black monster with eyes pulsing like a heart. She quickly grabbed Tony and Leo and Charlie in the other hand, and they said two for one. But she didn't eat them because
That's
Nathan the Faggot came
Oh, no man.
and shot her in the eye. They fell, and then Leo Charlie escaped, helping Tony out of here too. Tony was the main target, and then they got on Ruby's big hand and made her normal. They were in the clouds, and as they were falling, Nathan was shooting arrows from above at her, while Tony holds her so she can't escape. Leo and Charlie are wondering how the hell are they gonna survive this drop. Then they do the secret Leo and Charlie move. They get the McDonald's recipe and both use it as a glider. They go down safely as Nathan, Ruby and Tony have a hard landing, a hard one. They all fall, and then they tumble and tumble and tumble and bang their head and fall right into the drench soon. They all get up, riding the rats everywhere. And then Tony looks at his back. Charlie had to kick me on his back, which was stupid of him to do right now, but Tony wasn't bothered. Ruby runs at Charlie and throws him across, and then Leo shocked to see Charlie's back broken. And then Ruby grabs Tony, and then Tony looks at her, accepting fate. He closes his eyes, but then Logan Drago 1, 2, 3, 4. The Leo curse, it's not permanent. He comes and saves Tony, and then what happens? They both all fall. Ruby is the normal version, and then Logan grabs a knife and grabs Ruby and stabs her in the throat. But of course that's not gonna be enough. So Charlie runs at her, plummeting her on the floor, and then she grabs Charlie and throws him.
Hello, wait.
Leo looks at him. He's dead. They're all shocked, and then Ruby charges at Logan, knocking him on the floor. Then Tony uses his last life on his mole to kill Ruby and falls. Leo and Logan look at each other. Is it over?